Welcome to another episode of my Motortown NoTP challenge thing. My god, has this bitten me in my backside. Last episode, nothing really happened, or at least nothing good. It was just an attempt at getting something delivered that I shouldn't have even picked up to begin with. And today, to top this all off, we are going to take the MX5 looking thing back to Gangyang and then not touching the trailer anytime soon anymore if I don't need to. Because honestly, this thing in conjunction with this car is absolutely horrible to drive. And the last time I used it in the last episode, other things were going on as well, and it just didn't work out at all. So, yeah. I hope this is going to go a little bit better today, but I am not that positive about it anymore. So we are just going to try and wrap this up by making at least a bit more money, bringing back the vehicles to the starter house, and I don't even know where to go from there. So yeah, we now have an abandoned Kira rollback truck that needs to be delivered to OG Island. And I cannot really do that without the rollback truck, which I first need to unlock. I was actually considering to just go with my tow truck, but the thing is, if you go to around 38 kilometers per hour, the tow truck just starts braking because apparently, yeah, it wants to be transported like this over here on a separate trailer or rollback truck itself and stuff like that. It's not supposed to be towed by another vehicle and still be rolling along. So it's just gonna put on an annoying brake every now and again if you go too fast, and that just makes the entire thing absolutely useless. By the way, now that I loaded up the small car on the back here, this thing is actually handling pretty nice, I would say. So there's definitely something to be done about weight distribution. Maybe I should go back and lift the front wheels again. That might have been part of the problem. You need the right amount of the trailer pushing down on your rear axle, and that's gonna help out. But yeah, I've talked about that the last few episodes, so I think we should be done with that topic by now. So yeah, I might actually have to take a loan today and get the Elisa for a taxi. That might be a good idea. Because this thing definitely hasn't worked out with the trailer and I'm kinda ready to move on. You guys are likely ready to do the same as well, since this is the third episode in which I'm using this whole thing in a row now. And the last two didn't actually go to plan. This one is actually the first one where it feels like what I expected it to. It just does what it's supposed to, it works, and yeah, more of that please. Also, I'm gonna have to see when the next update for this game comes out. I'm of course gonna be going back to my main character then and testing out some stuff, making the whole update review or showcase video, that kind of deal. I don't know what will be happening after that. I don't think this is gonna be an update where I need to spend like multiple weeks playing on my main character to get through the new content and all of that. So we might be back here at some point soonish, I would hope. I'm also noticing now that the tow hook doesn't have any shadow, which is looking a bit weird. The trailer is just following on its own volition here. So yeah, I'll have to see how that all goes. I kind of hope that the next update is still a bit further out, just so that I can do some hopefully slightly cool stuff here and not just go back to the other one immediately. Maybe I should consider buying a Lilliput bus, I mean. Not too sure about that one, the handling is kinda awful. But yeah, that would be a good idea to get started with the whole bus company thing. And everything afterwards, I mean, I would likely go back to school buses and all of that. They are not that great for myself driving them though. So I'm not entirely sure. The Lilliput would make more sense for me driving it. But in the end, yeah, some other stuff would make more sense for AI buses. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'll just go with the Air City. And again, okay, I first have to get some bus experience to begin with, otherwise I cannot buy anything really apart from the Bongo and the Townie. I mean, the trailer might be sliding around, but at least it's not just taking my car with it this time around. So this is at least bearable. Not amazing. Could be better, but hey, it could also be much worse. Another kilometer to go. So yeah, this is the first time with this thing that we are actually doing proper mileage. Just getting stuff from A to B. Cargo damage 2%. I mean, ideally I want 0 for my efforts here, but that's still pretty good. So yeah, the thing is, if I buy the Elisa now, I cannot really do much with it. I'm gonna need a bit more money for all of that. But I could also just get it and get another loan for the taxi thing. I think we should get enough money from this delivery to buy the car itself for. 5k isn't really too much to ask for, I think. But the additional 12k on top, I should have really not invested in that suspension stuff for the trailer here. And yeah, while I eventually want to upgrade the trailer so that it hopefully handles a bit better, I think we might have to wait a bit longer. Today has definitely shown me that this is not really something to rely on for a job. And that may have been another bit of damage that I would have wished to avoid. Yeah, 6%, but at least we have something going on here. So you know what, let me just buy it right now. It's actually trying to get me to buy the next one. Not gonna do that, but I'm going to load up this onto the trailer and then we are going to bring it back to my place. I could also theoretically walk back and forth. But yeah, since this is part of the point of this entire playthrough, let's do this and do the delivery in style. The Elise, of course, being another one of those asset vehicles and one of the older ones. I mean, even as far as asset pack cars go, I think this is one of the not so nice looking ones. I mean, I absolutely like the Crown Vic in real life, which this one is obviously based on, but just the contours of the car and how they do like the usually really round areas, it's not looking great. Looking forward to eventually seeing what the modelers are going to do here, because I think they can absolutely make a banging job out of this and just really get that thing to shine. But hey, at least we finally got this thing, and I'm happy about it, especially for just letting go of this entire vehicle transportation business right now. We are going to be needing this trailer again soon enough, maybe even too soon. But for now, I'm just glad to move on to whatever else we can do. Last delivery for the foreseeable future. Can I park it on here? Maybe need to first get this stuff back in. And yeah, I'm kind of getting impatient with this whole thing because it just hasn't been working as well as I would like it to. Okay, it may actually need a larger parking lot. Is it because the front part isn't on there or because of the wheels? Ah, it was the wheels. I'm not entirely sure if that did what I wanted it to. And yeah, just being right next to the main road isn't really doing me any favors here. I mean, this is definitely a top value property due to its closeness to the terminal, the other shops around here and everything. But my god, is this annoying right now. I'm also not sure if I actually parked the trailer or the car that I'm towing it with. Wasn't really too clear on that. Summon vehicle, SPT1. Okay, it is the parked trailer there, so that's good. And that's also a good buy here. I'm gonna quickly go and get this thing refueled. I mean, I might as well drive it over to the bank as well while we are at it. And then come back here and grab the Elisa again. And yeah, then it's back to some taxi jobs, but thankfully not in the trophy taxi anymore. Ah, this is so much better without the stupid trailer behind it. And I mean, come on, I've driven this thing with the cage trailer attached, and that was far less of an issue. So I think it's at least to some degree the trailer itself. But enough about the complaining, we are done with that for now, so let's move on to greener pastures. And first up is gonna be a not even too high loan. We just need a bit of money to buy the taxi license, and then we should be good to go with the Elisa. I might actually get a bit more money to do other stuff as well. Let's check. Oh yeah, the smallest one is 10k, so that works out. Could go for 20. And they recently even lowered the interest rate, so that's nice. The thing is, I kinda wish they made this a bit differently, because now it's driver level times 10k. So at driver level 10 you can already get the maximum 100k loan. And I kinda wish it was maybe like 1000 per level, so that you at least need to go a bit higher. And also having the loan in $1,000 increments, I don't know. Because otherwise you get the maximum loan pretty quickly. You know what, let's just take out a 20k loan and... Okay, yeah, the installment is what I'm going to need to look at. 1 hour is definitely too short because 3.3k, almost 3.4k is quite a lot. Around 1k is definitely much easier to stomach, so I guess I'm gonna go with this one. Should be alright, the total payment isn't too high either, so this seems pretty good. So let's get back home. Maybe I could also just quickly go and repair the car. I mean, this thing has done some work for me recently. I've put it through quite a lot, to be honest. So I want to probably leave this off fully tanked, or at least, I mean, fully tank filled, and yeah, then go over to the next one, which we might also be spending quite a bit of time with. Or I might actually do a bit of taxi work off screen. I think you're gonna get the gist of it very quickly. But yeah, with all my complaining of how tough the recent jobs were that I picked here, I mean, what would the car be saying to all of that? Okay, but here it is. I might as well just leave it like that, and yeah, that's gonna be it for this car for now. Time to check out the new one and yeah, put on the taxi license, maybe give it a paint job, see what else it could need, and go from there. Maybe stiffer springs, or just the anti-roll bars and that kind of thing. But yeah, first up, a very important thing, without it nothing really works. We need a taxi license, and honestly I'm very much in favor of slightly more expensive option. It just looks so much better in my opinion. We don't have any aero or other special parts here. Again, asset pack vehicle. But we can of course install all the technical stuff. So I'm just gonna give it some anti-roll bars, front and back. And that should be alright. I don't know how much I want to upgrade the entire thing here. We could browse for maybe proper taxi livery. That looks a bit like, yeah, that's more like a state trooper or something. That looks like the default taxi livery, which I think we can also just equip. I mean, there are some cool racing things here. So that's pretty cool. That seems to be a custom taxi layout, or is the other one? I don't know. One of the two should be. But yeah, this is one of a few sedans in this game, so I expected it to have quite a few things going on. Especially with it being so high comfort. Okay, not gonna comment on that one. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, this is kinda exactly what I've been looking for. So let's go and configure. We want the paint, we want the decals, we're not going to take anything else because money. Yeah, that's 3.4K for everything included, and that's it. We are more of a... We have more of a nice looking car now than really much in terms of extra function. But hey, that's alright. Also, this might actually be using the default taxi livery with a few additional parts. I think that might be what's going on here. Jesus Christ, what a... The steering on this thing is absolute garbage. I just wanted to quickly check and I could barely get in there. Oh, never mind, it isn't. Can we not get the taxi skin anymore? The one that's actually on the taxis? I don't know. Anyways, time to do some actual money making here. I'm not gonna go with urgency taxi. I'm actually gonna go with comfort instead. I wish we could turn off limo. It might be another worthwhile suggestion because limo is kinda impossible for me right now. Okay, so the only one, I mean, I can do any over here. That's giving me a few more options. Okay, so that guy is right next to me basically, and I need to bring him to Jeju. I can do that. I'm not gonna go to Gwangjin, thank you very much. I wouldn't mind something slightly less... You know what, let's start by pay. If I can get there. I wouldn't mind something slightly more profitable. I don't want to go down to the refinery right now. Or Gwangjin. You know what, let's take the guy to Jeju and go from there. I think if I want to go anywhere at any point, or at least get somewhere this time around. Before ending the episode, I should just get started here. And yeah, the one in Jeju seems like a pretty good deal going to the... was it the landfill or the quarry? But yeah, this is a very good one to start with, and the next one should be even better. And 4 stars in comfort means that I'm actually, or 4 points in comfort means that I'm actually getting 100%, or is it like 80? No, I think it's 80. 5 stars would be 100% bonus. So it's not quite the servers, but at least it's something. I also don't really get why we can't equip the taxi delivery anymore for this car. I think that used to be possible. I mean, I might be misremembering it because that's been a long time ago. But hey, at the end of the day, this is gonna be swapped out at some point anyways, so at that point, I don't really care that much. This has a nice little license plate in the back. And yeah, I'm just gonna go off-road to make things a bit quicker here. Like, how do you even do that? Especially with small of them. I don't know. Or did it just have a license plate from the get-go? I don't remember. I should have maybe paid more attention. I thought this was just from the livery that I equipped, but those things should be too small for somebody to make this. I might have to check this out once we get to Lido, just checking in the garage. Custom license plates would be interesting for this game. Just putting your name on or whatever you want. I would also like some decal letters or just getting like a text box that I can enter a word into. Just to put it on the car. Just to make some of the decal work a bit easier, especially when it comes to like sponsors for cars and all of that. Just imagine a racing livery that doesn't have taxi bus all over it. That kind of deal. But yeah, some people have made the argument about that being problematic because people might write whatever they want. But they can also do some other bad stuff with decals and all of that. And honestly, I mean, I don't know if anybody ever got an answer from the devs themselves. So I think people are just making the argument for the dev for him, and Jesus Christ, that was stupid. I didn't know if I wanted to go to the left or right there, and I just ended up hitting it straight up. So yeah, I'm gonna have to see about it. I know that some number decals are on the list for the next update potentially. Just making it easier to get your racing number on there. But I would like to see the same done for text as well, or as I said, ideally just put in a decal that is basically a text field and let people enter what they want. I don't see the whole people could abuse the thing as much of a potential argument. There are other things that people could do here if they want to. And at the end of the day, it's just gonna stifle what people can do for legitimate purposes. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. I have the other guy in mind who wants to go to the other place, and Oh yeah, I want to quickly check out that license plate. I mean, there are quite a few decals on here. But yeah, even just the box over here on the side, that's gonna take quite a lot. So I don't know if I can even find anything in here. I'm pretty sure at this point that this is likely just a default thing, just on the car. And yeah, it would be nice if we could put on our own license plate. And the whole text decal thing, but yeah, who knows. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me here. I think I want to... Let's quickly get the other one lined up. If that guy is still here. I don't see him anymore. Might have respawned, and also my stupid car is rolling and I can't do anything about it while in the menu. Okay, so that guy is sadly gone. But yeah, we might pick up somebody else next time. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time with some more taxi driving then. Gonna make a bit more money and also pay back the loan, which is now going to eat into my bank account for the foreseeable future, so that's nice. Thanks for watching, see you guys next time, and till then, have a good one, bye bye.